Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest update. We start with Antoine Griezmann, of course, who is still a Barcelona player, currently on loan with Atletico Madrid. It has been reported that Atletico Madrid don't want to pay agreed transfer fee for the Barcelona flop. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about our captain, Sergio Busquets, it has been reported that he is not ready to take another pay cut. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Atletico Madrid's capture of Antoine Griezmann last summer was decried as an ingenious piece of business by the Spanish giants, who had only sold the player to Barcelona a few years ago for a fortune. They were able to get him back on a 2-year loan deal last summer with an obligation to buy clause set at 40 million euros if the player plays at least 45 minutes of each game where he is available. However, a year later, Atletico Madrid are facing a precarious situation with Griezmann, who is coming on the back of his worst season since his first year at Real Sociedad. In as many as 39 competitive matches, Griezmann managed to score only 8 goals this past season, only 3 which came in La Liga. He was far from his best in front of goal and failed to replicate his old form at the Wanda Metropolitano. Griezmann's struggles coincided with Atletico Madrid's own misfortunes and inconsistency, as Los Colchoneros failed to even finish second, let alone retain the league title. The pressure is now immense on Diego Simeone, who has shown unwavering faith in Griezmann, but to no avail, with the Frenchman struggling to, perform. Atletico Madrid are looking for a way to lower the cost of his operation, according to Dario Sport. As mentioned earlier, Griezmann will be available for 40 million euros after the end of the 2022-23 campaign. Atleti are finding market solutions to lower the cost and could potentially entertain the idea of offering players as a makeweight. The report, of course, fails to point out the potential players who could be in contention for a swap deal, but it is apparent Atletico Madrid are not looking to splash a fortune on Antoine Griezmann, who is already into his 30s and has enjoyed a rapid fall from grace lately. Wow, interesting. I thought everything was agreed before Griezmann went to the Wanda Metropolitano that it would be 40 million euros for a purchase option. And how on earth is Atletico Madrid now feeling reluctant and they don't want to pay that amount? Is it because, okay, maybe because Griezmann has been a flop, his worst season, one of his worst seasons ever. He's nowhere to be found whenever he's playing football on the pitch, and Atletico thinks they are making a big loss. It's not our fault. It's not Barca's fault. I don't think so. It's an agreed deal. Buyout option was made at 40 million, and Atletico need to pay. If they don't pay, then I don't know. Why is it like for us, for our own player to leave, the money coming is not making sense, but what we spend on players nowadays, Barca is looked as a laughing stock. I don't think Barca should fall into this trap from Atletico Madrid. Barca just need to expect that 40 million because it was normally it's a 2-year loan deal for Antoine Griezmann in the Wanda Metropolitano, which means that buyout option should be exercised at the end of next season, which is set at 40 million euros. Atletico Madrid are reportedly not willing to pay. They are reluctant to pay that money. It's not our fault. It's a deal that both clubs agreed upon. And I think Barca should be expecting that amount of money. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, the veterans at Barcelona have come under scrutiny once again in light of the club's ongoing financial crisis that has left them crippled in the market. Barcelona are currently looking to further reduce the cost of the workforce by asking their experienced players to take a salary cut, as they are among the highest paid players in the squad. Gerard Piqué has reportedly promised Xavi Hernandez of his desire to lower his wages and help the club tackle the crisis. However, as per Marca, another veteran player, Sergio Busquets, has no intention of doing the same. The midfielder wants to continue with his current salary at least until the end of next season. Busquets' current contract at Barca expires in 2023. Despite his age, he is considered an indispensable figure in the first team, with Xavi rating him highly due to his composure, skill, and experience. But having already reduced his salary twice since the pandemic, Busquets does not want to lower his wages again. The Spaniard had recently opened up on his future during the international break. It is widely believed he will leave the club in 2023 and look to reunite with Messi at Inter Miami next summer. Busquets' uncertain future at Camp Nou has already promoted Barcelona to target a few defensive midfielders in the market who can prove to be long-term replacement for the Spanish veteran. Ruben Neves has emerged as a top target for Xavi Hernandez, especially with the Wolves midfielder set to leave Mourinho in the summer. But in light of hefty demands from the English club, Barca are considering a move for Brazilian wizkid Danilo, available for just 25 million euros. Taking another wage cut by the Barca veterans, I all knew all along the way that it's never going to be an easy task if the board want to approach them, to ask them for a wage cut. And of course, it will be the third time that they are asking the veterans to reduce their salaries in light of our financial struggles, our financial crisis. Gerard Piqué, as we got earlier this day, claiming that Piqué have already told the president and Xavi that he's prepared. He's prepared, of course, which came after when there was a meeting held with Xavi, and President Laporta, where he said he's willing to give his all and also put his footballing matters first more than his professional life. But for the captain himself, Sergio Busquets, as I've just said, he's not ready to take another pay cut. To some extent, you can understand and bear with these guys if they refuse to take a pay cut. It's never easy, given the fact that it's not their fault that Barcelona are in this state, and it's going to take a lot of love for the club, a lot of sacrifice to make this great gesture for a third time to reduce. I don't think many of us can do that. 3 times reduce their wages, which I think is a great move from Gerard Piqué, who have already hinted that he will do that. But Busquets is still very, very reluctant, and it has been claimed that he's not ready to take another pay cut. So for Busquets, of course, he did spoke about this pay cut. He was not even happy some few weeks back while playing for Spain that Barca is not even coming to them personally to ask a pay cut. Barca is only passing through the media, which he did not admire that style. But let's see. Busquets is a calm guy. I still very much believe that at some point he'll be open for a wage cut. He'll be open for it, hopefully. But nothing has been said about Jordi Alba and Sergio Roberto. But for sure, Sergio Roberto is also one of the captains. I don't think he'll even be asked for any cut because Roberto just recently extended his 1-year contract. So I don't think Barca would disturb him for any pay cut as he stands. Let's see how Alba's on will look like. But for Busquets, as they are saying, he's not open for that wage cut. Hopefully, in the coming weeks, he might change his mind to help the club. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, it's bye.